still on it? Okay. All right. Can you guys see my PowerPoint? Want to make sure because last time, guess I can look here. Okay, good. Looks like it's working. Okay, anyone else have any questions before we get going? I should check. Is Dragon on here?
He'll be on in just a second. He's helping somebody with a Google form.
Okay, someone is it about the timer on a Google form?
No.
Jesse, I just want you to know, everyone knows how to do the timer. We're just not.
Gosh.
It's really easy. It's just a simple thing. Everyone's got it.
Everyone's got it. It's like when Cartman in South Park ate all the skin off the chicken, and the entire town decided to just ignore him, and he thought he was a ghost. Is that what's going on here?
That's exactly what that's. Yeah. That's a beautiful analogy. Yep. That's exactly what is happening.
No, it's okay. I'll send out the link when I'm done. So if some people don't come and some people are online, Oh, okay. One of our special guests is still waiting to join, so I'm gonna wait for him.
Cassidy, did you call Thomas Dragon earlier? Did that happen?
I think, yeah. I mean, once again, I thought that was just common knowledge. That's what he likes to go by.
When I was in college, there was a waiter at Denny's that we always went to. He introduced himself as Dragon.
Good. All right, let's get going. Okay, hopefully everybody can hear me. All right, we have a couple people filing into the junior high, so when they sit down, we'll get started. Hi, Miss Wyatt. All right, I'm gonna get started because I want to be same thing as normal. I want to try to be under like 8 minutes. Last time we went a little bit long, but if you have questions at any time, let me know. I have my AirPod in, so I'm talking to the high school on the other end. So if I start repeating what you're saying, it's not that I'm crazy. It's just I want to let them know. Hi, high school. And then, so also we'll be piping in here, will be Thomas and Catherine later. So then I'm gonna make sure that I turn the microphone on or the speakers on, but they're turned off now because you get that echo feedback craziness. You probably all know what I'm talking about now because we're all living in 2020 with COVID. So, all right. First thing I always like to say is these slides, because some people haven't been to the first couple ones, these slides, they're in the slide deck. So if you want to use these for when you do lessons with your kids, there's one about turning your microphone on and there's one about turning your microphone on. And then if you want to just see the presentation, a way to do that. So just kind of a disclaimer there. Disclaimer, once again, this is not for us to say what you're doing is bad. We were just trying to help and give any suggestions we can that might help or make things easier for you in the long run. Another thing, I'm just going to tell you what we're going to show you. We're going to show you 3 different ways to convert PDFs to ways that your kids can use them at home. That might not work on every single PDF, but from what we've done, it's worked on most of them. There are other options out there. So like in 2 weeks, we're going to get into interactive presentations. So some of those things are also for PDF or worksheet type things that we'll get into. So that's something for you to look forward to. Next week will be conferences, so we want to talk about that. So just so you know, in case you haven't seen these and you're like, I know all these, then we'll talk about this. I'm going to talk about PDF Candy briefly. Then after that, Thomas, also known as the Dragon, is going to go into Cami. And then after that, we're going to end with Catherine and opening with Google Docs. Catherine has a lot of different ways of doing that. She's going to go over one. And then there's some ways that you can use your cell phone. that we've also found that's been really helpful and works pretty well. And it doesn't matter if it's Android or iPhone, you just have to use a different app. So we can get into that if you have questions. All right, so without further ado, so PDF Candy. So I'm gonna send you this. This is the link right to it, or you can type into Google PDF Candy, which is what I have right here. You go to PDF Candy, so just type in PDF Candy, and then after that, you can bookmark it. You might want to use it a lot of times. When you get there, it's going to give you all these options. So then you can take any PDF and you can convert it into all of these things. So like Linda Houston was the one that showed me this a couple years ago, because her and I were trying to convert someone's PDF into a Word doc. And I was like, holy buckets, why haven't I learned about this a long time ago? And think about how many different documents I went in and like whited out over the one word I didn't want and then copied it. Now you can actually do that. And there's the PDF to Word. When you do that, it'll ask you to add the file. You find your PDF, there's my PDF, and then you can click and you can either download it onto your desktop or right into your Google Drive. So super awesome. Sometimes we all know, like in Google Drive, the formatting does get changed a little bit. So just kind of be prepared for that. But then sometimes that reformatting saves you so much time in the long run from not having to type something up. So that was the first kind of quick and simple, easy one, is the PDF Candy. So it's just a website you go to and walks you through with those choices there. All right, Thomas, I think you're next.
Sure, I'm going to do Cami Chrome extension. So the first to note is that if you're wanting students to use it in order to annotate and stuff, they would also have to have the Cami extension. So if you're wanting to do that, we would have to find out if they already have access to this, or if we need to push that out. But if you're just wanting to annotate or make comments on a PDF to send them out, then that is something you can do without having the students download it first. So you just have to go to the Chrome store and add that to your extension list. And then where you can find that after you do it is the little puzzle piece, and click on Cami. It's going to ask you to open from some source, so Google Drive or wherever you have it. I just happen to have one already there. And it takes a few seconds for it to load. So then once it loads, the few things that I found good, where you can comment like I do right there, you can highlight, you can make shapes around it, which is basically the same thing. You can also make voice recordings, you can make video recordings right on there. And even if the student doesn't have Cami, they can access those comments. So it also does text-to-speech, which is kind of nice if you have students that struggle with any type of reading things. But again, they would have to have that in order to access that type of capability. But after you're done, you can save that, and it will overwrite. If you had uploaded it or used a document from Google Drive, it'll upload or overwrite over the Google document that you had and save over that. So anyway, that's Cami.
Dragon, they said you did awesome. All right, Catherine?
Okay, so this is a little thing opening with Google Docs. You can go to the next slide. So what I found is, like, you can take a photo with your phone, and typically what happens if you try and do this with a PDF is like the text gets all jumbled and it takes more time to reformat it than like just to go ahead and retype it. But if you take a picture with your phone, and it needs to be a JPEG for this to work. And then you'll save it to your drive. So if it's on your phone, just you can click, and if you have the Drive app, you can save it that way. Open the document on your computer then, and right click and go to open with Google Docs, and then it'll pull it up, and there'll be the image at the top, and then underneath of the image will be all of the text, and it's just a cleaner format. You still might have to do some reformatting with it, but it won't take you that long. I have an Android phone, so it's pretty easy, but if you have an iPhone, you can get the Google Lens app, and with Lens, you can do a lot of stuff. For example, if you like hover over a document, and then like the Lens app will allow you to copy the text, and then you can do stuff with it, such as save it to Drive or save to your computer, or you can click a listen button and it'll actually read the text to you. So there's just a lot that you can do with Google Lens, but this is a really quick way to get stuff that you have printed and you want to get on your Google Docs. It's a fast way to do that.
Awesome job, Catherine. Okay, any questions as of now? Let me turn off that echo. Everybody's hearing that. No? Okay, and I think just in case you didn't get that, Catherine said on an Android phone, it's the Google Lens app, but if you have an iPhone, it's the Google Photos app, and then there's a Lens button on there that you can use. So you can take a picture of the text and then kind of convert it from there. And then I'm going to go back to something I think she kind of glanced over, and I think it's a really quick. If you have a PDF already in your Google Drive, this might work, where you can just right-click on it and go open with Google Docs, and it'll try to convert it like she shows, and Catherine did a good job of showing that in this video here. When it makes the video or when it makes the PDF, you can see it'll actually put the picture on top. So you have to scroll down and then you'll see the text underneath it. So sometimes when you do that, you think, oh, it didn't do anything because it has the PDF first. You got to scroll down to the bottom and then get rid of whatever else you need. That's all we have. Like I said, we want to just, hopefully that will save you some time, because if you don't have to go and type in PDFs, that would be awesome. So any questions? If you wanted that picture, yes, that's a good point. So Jessica said, if I wanted these pictures from the top, then I can screenshot and crop those from the top and move them to the bottom if they're important to your text. So any other questions? Thank you, guys. All right, good job. Okay, I'm gonna send that out. Catherine, Thomas, you got anything else to say? You guys all good?
Nope, great job, Cassidy.
Okay. All right, good job, guys.